It wasn't that long ago that we all opened our wallets up and bought this fucking character. Why are we buying this character? At this rate, Lydia's going to be in Tekken 9. Are they going to make us pay for her again? They announced Lydia from Tekken 7 that just fucking came out in Tekken 7. Just came out in Tekken 7 as in she was the last DLC character in the game. Which right next to Eddie, we are now paying for two characters that were in the previous installment. One was a base character and one was a DLC character. We're going to get into this, so I hope you guys are ready for a little topic discussion on this shit. I made a couple tweets that people supported. People supported what I said. Some people didn't support what I said. Which, again, when you make controversial stuff, especially when you're talking about Tekken, what is Tekken? Tekken is one of the most loved, beloved 3D fighting games. Or not, I'm not even limited to 3D fighting games. Tekken is one of the most beloved fighting games in the FGC. It's huge. You cannot deny the size of Tekken. It competes with the likes of Street Fighter. Not in, like, entrance. Like, I think it was, like, 1,000 entrants less than Street Fighter or Evo Japan. But regardless of that, Tekken is huge. It's big, man. Way bigger than DOA is ever going to be. Way bigger than VF is ever going to be. Tekken's a huge game. It's humongous, you know. When you make statements that may be more opinionated than, like, facts, you're going to have people that are going to be on your ass. I mean, that's just the nature of it. You guys have probably seen countless time and time again, I have made countless tweets, controversial tweets regarding Tekken, and people don't like it. However, on this take here, you can kiss my ass. This is not a take. Okay, this is not a take by any means. This is factual. So if you can't get your head out of your ass long enough to understand what I'm trying to say here and understand why I'm saying this is factual, this is not an opinion. I'm not shitting on Tekken or the developers because I think that Lydia's a bad character or a bad design. This has nothing to do with that. It's fucking lazy. Where have we seen this whole bad business practice thing recently, right? You guys remember Dead or Alive 6. You know, they were re-releasing characters as DLC we had to pay for. Mai from KOF, you know, she was in DOA 5 as DLC, and then they brought her over to DOA 6, and we had to repay for her again. People didn't like that. People didn't like the whole hair color scheme. People didn't like a lot of stuff when it came to the DLC practices of Dead or Alive 6. It was something that was widely critiqued throughout not just the DOA community, but the FGC as a whole, and also the gaming community. It was something that, as a DOA content creator, I covered myself, and something that I had to be transparent about, and something that I thought was bullshit as well. I didn't agree with it. One thing that I am noticing is how when the shoe is on the other foot, which, you know, this is DOA's foot right here. People don't like DOA as it is. We already know what time it is, guys. People are going to shit on DOA regardless. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. They're going to shit on the game. But for some reason, when the shoe is on the other foot, this is Tekken's foot, when the shoe is on the other foot, they don't get the same flack. They don't dish it out to their own game because they got that fucking game so far up their ass that they can't even say, you know what, this is bullshit. If it is the case that Eddie, which, you know, Eddie was a launch character for Tekken 7, replaced Eddie with Leroy. They just swapped the black guys, right? They took one black guy and put him in the game. They put Leroy in the game, which was a DLC character in Tekken 7, made him a launch character. This time, they took Eddie's ass and made him DLC, which I don't fucking understand why characters that were in the previous iteration of the game, are getting paid for at this point. You guys have to understand the direction of where this is going. Okay, now we have Lydia officially confirmed. According to data miners, they're saying that the files for Falkenram and Marduk are there. I'm willing to put money on the fact that Marduk and Falkenram are going to be the next characters in Tekken 8. Do you guys see something wrong with this? Do you think that it's fine that they're doing this? Or do you understand why that this is kind of an issue? Do you guys see why this is kind of a problem? Let's do it. Let's do it. Peggy 6 fucking team. We already know Lydia's next, right? This is not a surprise. Cool little trailer, right? Cool little trailer. Cool little interesting trailer. Season 1! Yeah, update. Update. Balance update. Yes, we need it. The game needs help. Okay. Yeah. Free updates. You can't make me pay for an update. I mean, I know you're not implying that this update is free, something that I can't turn the game on without. I don't know if you were trying to imply that because the update that I have to download to play the game is free, that I'm supposed to just pay for a fucking character that I just bought. God damn it. I could be wrong on this, but when Lydia came out, didn't they introduce this stage in Tekken 7? Now, I get it. I don't think that the top is playable. I don't think you can play on the top. But you can knock someone off the second level down to the bottom of the seaside resort. I'm not saying it's going to look the same. But it kind of looks the fucking same. Even the day and night cycle, bro. At the very least, I'll be less pissed off about the stage if it's free. I think it's free. I will be less pissed off about the stage if they're not making us pay for something like this. That's not that bad. The reason why, and some people are also saying, like myself, I really didn't like the fact that they brought this stage back, especially when literally Lydia and this stage got released at the same time in Tekken 7. However, they're not making us pay for the stage. Can we really be mad? I don't give a fuck if it was a cardboard box. It's free. We can't really be mad about not paying for this stage at this point. Not too bad. Could have been better in my opinion. I would have even been willing to pay for a stage if it was something better. I know that sounds crazy, but if it was a brand new stage or another returning stage that was better than that, I would have paid for it. You know what I mean? But you don't have to pay for it, so it's not the end of the world in my opinion. New mode in the summer. Photo mode. And I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, photo mode is a staple, right? For content creators, I wouldn't use this because I'm not big into making Tekken content like that. But even for DOA, I barely use the photo mode. But this is very big. This is going to allow people to make better thumbnails for their videos. It's going to allow people to... Some people like to just sit in photo mode and take pictures and hang it up on a fucking wall. But, like, calling it a new mode, like it's like Tekken Force or something, I don't really like that. I feel like, again, I don't know if it's... I'm assuming it's going to be free. They can't really make people pay for a photo mode, but it's like, it's new content. It's great. You can never be mad at new content, guys. The only point I'm trying to make is that I feel like this part of it is very lackluster. We can't keep comparing Tekken to DOA. It's not, outside of some of the system similarities or whatever the case is, they're not in the same category. DOA is, fighting games are niche. But Dead or Alive is way more niche than Tekken. Tekken is like kind of a household name where DOA really isn't that anymore. It's very lackluster for me, you know? Feeling it. New chapter, main story. Now, I thought this is pretty sick. Adding new chapters to the story and giving Eddie a place in the story or whatever. I didn't even beat the story. I could be wrong. Maybe he was in that shit. I don't think he was. But this is cool. For people that like the story mode and are into this shit, I didn't play it. But this is cool. This is a cool addition. I like this. It's keeping people going to story mode and clicking on it. It's engaging them in what's already there. That's great. There's nothing worse than having a story mode and beating it once. Why the fuck are we going back and playing Tekken 8 story mode again? Now we're going to get to the point what I have complaints about. Let's talk about what I have complaints about. This is the part that I have complaints about. And don't misunderstand my complaints, please. Please don't misunderstand my complaints. Don't misunderstand my complaints about Lydia. Okay? Now, I am a big lover of karate-based characters. You got Ein from DOA, Hitomi from DOA. Lydia is a sick fucking character. Can you guys understand that? This is not about Lydia being a bad design. This is not about Lydia being a shitty character or any of that. She is a sick fucking character. In my opinion, I like her way better than I like Reina. And I think Reina's sick. I thought she was a great addition. She's a little too good in my opinion. I don't know why she has an unbreakable fucking throw. But it's going to be cool to see them squaring off. Like, these fights are going to be sick. However, why is this character going to have to be paid for? They released this character in Tekken 7. And it wasn't even just that the character came out in Season 1 or 2. This was the final DLC character for Tekken 7. It wasn't that long ago that we all opened our wallets up and bought this fucking character. Why are we buying this character? Do you understand what my complaints are? Lydia is a sick character. People are like, at a fucking dude, come on my tweet. A fucking dude that doesn't know me or anything about me, what I like or don't like. Yeah, Reigns, you just don't like Lydia. It's like, bro, it's not about Lydia. She is sick. Guys, did we not all think that Lydia wasn't going to be a base character? I for sure thought that one of two things were going to happen. I thought that Lydia was either going to be a base character on launch, or she wasn't going to be in the game. Like, I think we all kind of figured Noctis wasn't going to be in the game. Again, it's kind of too early to tell. You never know what Harada's got up his sleeve, clearly. Why was she not a base character? She's clearly a Tekken staple now. Do you understand why this is a problem for me? It's not about supporting them. Yes, I had bought the season pass. I'm going to get the chick anyways. It's not about that. It's this character has no reason to be purchased. Then you stripped people of their main characters for however long it took them to come out with Eddie. There were Lydia mains. Why are people missing out on playing time with their main characters when you could have put them in the fucking game to begin with? I don't understand that. Look at how long Street Fighter 6 has been out. And yes, for example, you got Ed that just got brought back into the game, but Street Fighter 6 has been out for some time now. At this rate, Lydia is going to be in Tekken 9. Are they going to make us pay for her again? If Lydia and Eddie was Negan or Noctis, characters that belong to whole different universes and IP... Damn, I'm disappearing. Characters that belong to different IPs and universes, clearly we all understand from a business standpoint, or at least I hope, why we'd have to pay for them. These are original Tekken characters. Why are we paying for them?